What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, Lone Vault Wanderer, with a Fallout 4 discussion video. Now, I don't have a particular news article or news topic to talk about this video, but I wanted to talk about something that I noticed which was really prevalent in the Fallout 4 gameplay that we saw at E3 of this year. And that was how the Fallout 4 Wasteland doesn't seem to be desolate anymore. It doesn't seem to be grey, green, yellow, just some sort of monotone colour. It actually seems colourful. It seems like the Wasteland is on the rise again. I see a lot of scaffolding, I see a lot of rebuilding, I see a lot of construction in those gameplay trailers. And I think that's a really important thing. In Fallout 3, the capital Wasteland was a very, very desolate, dark, lonely place where there were rarely, glimpses of civilization aside from you had Megaton, you had Rivet City, and that was about it. With New Vegas, it was a little bit different because you had the New Vegas Strip, but aside from the New Vegas Strip, it was just wasteland desert everywhere. There weren't that many big buildings, there weren't many things that were being constructed. Like with Fallout 3, you had Tenpenny Tower, but aside from that, it was mostly just exploring this dark, desolate, empty wasteland for the most part. And while that wasn't a bad thing, in fact, that's the thing that I really liked about Fallout 3, you can clearly see with Fallout 4 that Bethesda's taking a bit of a different artistic route, in that I can see buildings being constructed, I can see more populated towns, I can see big buildings, I can see skylines, I can see things that I would expect to see when I look at a regular city in the modern times. And it seems like the Wasteland has gotten to the stage where things are starting to slowly revert back to normal in terms of the way things were before the Great War. I see civilizations becoming bustling again and populated. I see cities becoming, consumed by big, tall skyscrapers and building. And while that is completely different from Fallout 3, I still think it's a natural progression in the lore of Fallout, because eventually, after a post-apocalyptic, era, you expect rebuilding to happen eventually. Human civilization and humans, they're not just going to sit on their hands and do nothing and just survive. They're going to want to rebuild, they're going to want to create the world again. It's not going to be a dark, desolate, empty wasteland for eons. Things will actually change somehow, and with Fallout 4, it seems that change is just building up again, being a civilization. And because of that, I think that's going to tie in with the story directly. It's going to be very, very intertwined in that sense. I think there will be an important element of the story that involves the wasteland being rebuilt, and somehow the player or the protagonist is involved around that. And that's also why there's such a big emphasis on being able to build your own little town. You can build multiple little towns if you want to, different settlements, and you can have trade caravans and routes and Brahmins, travel between each of those settlements. I think that this emphasis that Bethesda is placing on just rebuilding, for the lack of a better term, is going to directly impact on Fallout 4's story, is going to impact on the way Fallout 4 feels in comparison to Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Whereas with Fallout 3, we got this dark, I'm alone kind of feel when you walk through the capital Wasteland. I think with Fallout 4, we'll be getting a completely different experience. And I'm okay with that, because it makes sense in terms of the lore, and also as well, we've experienced that with Fallout 3 in the past. Let's see something different, keep things fresh, keep things innovative. That's what I would love to see. So anyways, Wastelanders, I would love to get your thoughts on this particular issue. Please put them in the comments below. As always, please be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links to those pages are in the description below. And until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.